We've got a really interesting new moon happening on May 26th in Gemini. So let's talk about it because there's some added context that's going to be really helpful for interpreting this. Hi, by the way, I am Crystal Sophia. I'm your friendly astrological magician, and I just love translating the stars for you. So I'm going to show you the chart, show you everything that I'm looking at, make it make a little bit of sense, and then we'll get into how you can actually use this moon for your magical or intentional work. All right, so as you can see here, this moon is occurring on May 26th around 11 p.m. for the East Coast. And we have, of course, as we expect, the sun and the moon exactly conjunct in Gemini. But already we can see they are not alone. And in fact, there is more conversation happening here than initially meets the eye. So the sun and the moon are conjunct. It's a new moon in Gemini. Typically, this gives us a very cerebral, analytical, kind of creative, logical edge to what we're doing with Gemini themes, right? Something is beginning, some new ideas are coming in, lots of inspiration and brainstorming is available here. If you wanted to start something that is an intellectual pursuit, a writing pursuit, or something that is very calculating, that is perfect for this energy to begin with this new moon, especially since Mercury is so nearby. Mercury is domicile in Gemini. And at this point, we have it, it's very close to the sun, which normally is considered a kind of a big deal for Mercury. It kind of burns up what Mercury is capable of doing. But since Mercury is domicile in Gemini, that actually helps it out. This is a situation called chariot, where Mercury is in chariot with the sun. The sun is in domicile at the same time as Mercury. That's the conditions for chariot. So Mercury is in chariot doing really well with this situation with the sun. What we can also look at here is very close by is Pluto retrograde moving backwards at that 3 degree of Aquarius. So this is a trine aspect to the new moon and also more closely to Mercury. So we have this idea of maybe unearthing new potential, unearthing something that maybe we're bringing back something that worked before and we can rejuvenate it, or maybe we're letting something go that no longer works so that we can move forward with fresh perspective. Considering that just the day before this, actually a couple days before this, on Saturday, the 24th, Mercury had been conjunct Uranus, leaving open availability for a lot of inspiration. And also Saturn had just recently moved into Aries on the 24th. There's a lot of shifting energy happening. There's a lot of, I think I want to bring something into creation. And now I want to create the steps, make the plans to make that happen. So we also want to keep in mind that a little bit further away, Mars is squaring pretty wide, but still squaring this situation. And in fact, the next aspect the moon will make is this square to Mars. So it does draw in this importance of that action that Mars brings into the situation. There is a sort of ambition here. There is something that we want to get expressive, creative about, and maybe even let people appreciate that something that we've done. So bringing it to a place where it can be seen and shared. So that is something where you might make a connection with other people, where you might help someone else be that connection for someone else. Jupiter is also still, for now, in Gemini. So there is this gregarious expressiveness to this energy as well, even though it's multitasking, right? Jupiter is not really focused in Gemini as much as Jupiter would like to be. Gemini is a mutable air sign. So it's ideas all over the place, that blue sky brainstorming that we're capable of doing is a fantastic idea for this time. And of course, Saturn is sextile this placement as well. So Saturn does witness this moon. Saturn is sort of interacting with it, and Saturn is now very close with Neptune in Aries. So we are blurring out some old lines, redrawing some new ones, and leaving space to expand our comfort zone as much as we might want to and need to in the time, especially this year and next year, with those two interacting the way they are. So that's pretty much the gist of what we're looking at here. There's a lot going on, and it's all really talking to each other. Venus, who will be getting into Taurus later in the same week, is still in detriment in Aries, and she's got a trine aspect happening that's already separating with Mars, but still at play here. So we want to keep all of this stuff in mind. What relationship progress can we make? What new connections are we talking about? Who are we lifting up? Who may be the hand up that we need? How can we collaborate and cooperate on new ideas, brainstorm together, and come up with something that is brand new and inspirational and pretty incredible? There is the opportunity for this. Make sure you're looking at all of your dotting your I's and crossing your T's, build on a solid foundation, and channel ambition into creative work. Channel it into places where it can really have focus, and you will probably be doing just fine. So, the way that I interpret this is it's a time of feeling actively connected, right? And so, it's most effective if you are a Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Pisces rising potentially, or if you have very important placements around that 6th degree of any of those signs. And also if Mercury or the sun or the moon are one of your time lords right now. So, keeping that in mind, if Gemini is active for you, again, keep that in mind as well. Just know that all of those timing techniques, if none of that sounded familiar to you, I can do the math for you in a consultation if that's something you'd be interested in. And we can talk about your entire year ahead together to make sure that you feel good and supported. Maybe I'm the one you reach out to during this new moon, and maybe I can help you out with something that you're trying to brainstorm or plan out. And we can do that together with astrology, intuition, and other forms of divination as needed. So I highly recommend the affirmation, I am surrounded by the right people at the right times. I am surrounded by the right people at the right times. Repeat that to yourself as much as you need. This is your spell for the new moon. And start a chat with friends that you enjoy keeping up with. Write something, make plans that have intellectual ambitions, or submit applications or pitches or something. If you have a new idea and you want to submit that to someone to see if they're willing to do it with you, this is a good time to be able to put that out there and really get that energy flowing for yourself. Another good time would be around the 30th of May, when Mercury will catch up to the sun and have what is called cazimi, when they have their perfect conjunction, and Mercury will be cazimi in chariot in domicile. It's gorgeous. So, some things to keep in mind over the next few weeks. And I hope that they are good to you. I hope that this new moon feels incredible, that you feel inspired. And I look forward to connecting with you in any format, but especially on our Monday Magic Mood Boosts every week, Monday at 10 a.m. here on YouTube. See you soon.